A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark ruling, the High Court has dismissed a series of legal challenges against the UK government's decision to impose value-added tax (VAT) on private school fees, marking a significant moment in education policy following the Labour Party's manifesto commitment during the 2024 general election. The ruling, delivered by a panel of 3 judges, confirms that the addition of 20% VAT to private school fees is not only lawful but also aligns with the government's Brexit freedoms, which have expanded parliamentary powers to shape domestic policy. The judges stated that such a tax would not have been permissible under EU law, emphasizing the unique political landscape post-Brexit. The introduction of VAT on private school fees, which took effect on January 1, 2024, was designed to generate substantial revenue, estimated at £1.7 billion annually by 2029-30. This revenue is earmarked for hiring 6,500 additional teachers in state schools, a move that has drawn both support and criticism from various stakeholders. The case was brought forth by a coalition of parents and private schools who argued that the tax discriminated against families, particularly those with children requiring special educational needs (SEN), and those who opted for religious or single-sex education. However, the court found that while the policy does infringe on certain human rights, the government possesses a broad margin of discretion in weighing public interests against individual rights. The judges acknowledged the challenges faced by families needing specialized education and those with religious convictions, but concluded that the potential benefits to the broader public education system justified the policy. The Independent Schools Council (ISC), which represents a significant number of private institutions, expressed disappointment with the ruling, labeling the VAT as an unprecedented tax on education. Julie Robinson, the ISC's chief executive, emphasized the need for ongoing dialogue about the implications of this tax on families and children. The court's decision has sparked a debate about educational equity and access, with many parents concerned about the rising costs associated with private education. Since the introduction of VAT, reports indicate that over 11,000 students have already transitioned from private to state schools, raising concerns about the future of independent education in the UK. Despite the legal setback, some advocates for private schooling are exploring potential appeals, particularly focusing on claims that the tax disproportionately impacts families with specific educational needs. The Christian Legal Center has expressed its intent to support these appeals, arguing that the tax undermines the right to maintain a private Christian education. Meanwhile, the government has welcomed the court's decision, asserting that it confirms the legality of their policy and the necessity of ensuring that private school parents contribute fairly to the public education system. The ruling has significant implications for the landscape of education in the UK, as it reflects a broader trend of increasing scrutiny and regulation of private education in the context of public funding and resource allocation. As the debate continues, stakeholders from both sides of the issue are gearing up for what promises to be a contentious discussion about the future of education in the UK, the role of private institutions, and the rights of families seeking diverse educational options for their children. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.